All right, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, whatever you want to call it. Welcome to Birkelbach Field in Georgetown, Texas for the Battle of Georgetown. It's Eastview versus the Georgetown Eagles, a field they both share, both have a logo on, and both are 5-1 overall. They are 3-0 in district play, coming into a huge matchup. Good evening, good afternoon. My name is Brian. I'm joined alongside Dalton over here, providing color commentary, camera, producing, doing all the hard stuff, so I don't have to work as hard. Appreciate you. And Eastview, a surprise team by most coming in here with a new coach in Robertson. They lost their first game against Stony Point, and they have rattled off 5 straight victories, including last week against Cedar Park, picking up their first ever win against Cedar Park, as you see them coming out of the tunnel right here. They are the home team for tonight's contest in their home stadium. Last year, obviously, they were the away team, and they lost 58-14. Not the result they wanted. However, in this contest, they come in this one almost as equals with Georgetown. No one had picked them to beat Cedar Park last week, and they shocked them with a last-second touchdown on a 2-yard scamper by Cormac Guerrero. To put into even more context that win, they had the ball with 1 minute left to go. They had 2 timeouts at their own 35-yard line. They were able to run down the field and get the touchdown with no time left on the clock. It was their first game without a turnover, and they still came out on top. It was their second consecutive game with a kickoff return touchdown, as well as second consecutive game where the opening play went for a touchdown. But even more so, to put in perspective the kind of historicness of that game, it was the first time ever that Cedar Park had lost when they led by 14 points. In fact, I mentioned maybe a couple of times in that broadcast just how big of a victory that game was. So now they are both undefeated in district play. They're both 5-1 and have a chance to really put a stranglehold on this district with a big victory here. So, Dalton, it's your first time watching this game. What are your thoughts about this?
Well, like you just mentioned a second ago here, Brian, there's 2 teams that have lost 1 game early on in the season. Now, of course, mentioning earlier, this loss against Stony Point for Eastview. Stony Point is a tough team coming in, and they knew that was going to have to be a chip on their shoulder that they were going to have to take and run forward with, and that's exactly what they did. 5 straight wins, including being tied for first in district right now with the rival team on this field, Georgetown. Georgetown is the exact same case. Their only loss of the season coming here at this stadium against Belton by a score of 34-26. So knowing these 2 teams, knowing that this is a big rivalry in itself, going for first place in district is going to be a tough match for both of these teams, and it's going to be an exciting game for everybody involved.
Absolutely. Should be getting ready for the anthem here in just a second, so we'll step aside and we'll let that play, and we'll come right back listening to Eastview Football on the Vype Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you remove your hats as we honor all the brave men and women who have served or are currently serving our country at home and abroad. Tonight, the national anthem will be performed by students representing the choir programs from both Eastview and Georgetown. Directors for the Eastview choir are Beth Thoreau and Collie Rowland. Directors for the Georgetown choir are Joey Lawrence and Stacy Brandenberger.
For the reverence we want.
Buzzes up here in the anthem. I want to give a special shout out before we get started here. I know this is obviously an Eastview broadcast, and I may be slightly biased in this one, but a special shout out to Brandon Sanso. They have a mixed choir, an Eastview and Georgetown choir. He is an offensive lineman for Georgetown, and he's on the field singing the national anthem with the choir. He's got his helmet under his arm. So that's pretty cool right there. So just give a special shout out to Brandon right there. 86 degrees in Georgetown, Texas. The mercury's just going to keep on dropping, but not too much. You have a low around 80 by the time this game finishes up here. Eastview wearing their red jerseys with the red helmet with white numerals with a stripe down the side. For Georgetown, they call this their whiteout game. The student section is wearing all white, as well as the team is wearing all white with that silver helmet with the Georgetown logo on the side. We should be just about ready to get things underway here as both teams are about to send their squad out there for the kickoff. And Dalton, I like to ask everybody this. Do you like to take the ball to start the game off, or do you like to kick it?
Well, I got to say, if I had the choice here, I always like to go with the kick it here in the first quarter. You know, get that momentum going, let the defense get hungry early on, get those stops going, and know that you're going to get the ball in the second half if you can get that momentum rolling. That's exactly what the Maynard Mustangs have been doing this entire season, as I've been able to see throughout this entire year. Not as much success throughout the first two quarters have been shown, but there's been a lot of resilience out there, and you know that it works out momentum-wise when that defense gets that first sack, that first stop. It always gets everybody hyped up and eventually leads that success over to the offense.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. So let's see who's doing the coin toss right here. Eastview has been a varsity team, has played the first varsity game in 2012. Since then, they have beaten Georgetown one time. Only once, so they would love to get that victory right there.
They would like to receive the opening kickoff.
Well, Eastview decides that this time they want that opening kickoff. Last week, kind of interesting, they did not get the opening kickoff. They gave up the opening touchdown and scored in their very first offensive play. And also, kind of interesting, they ended the half with a kickoff return touchdown by Aquavius Marbury. Players to look out for on both sides is going to be Alan Blaylock, as well as the aforementioned Aquavius Marbury. And Clater, Javion Clater, thank you, for Eastview, one of the running backs, as well as Cormac Guerrero, someone that will definitely be someone to look out for, the quarterback for Eastview. Obviously, big names for Georgetown. You're going to be looking at Caleb McDougal, who's been really hot this season, as well as the aforementioned Jet Walker, who ran all over Eastview last year. He is 50 yards away, I think, from 5,000 yards for his career in high school, so he's done an absolutely tremendous job. It's going to be Jelani Culpepper, Aquavius Marbury, and Sam Williams back to receive this one. And see who it is kicking things off. I imagine it's going to be Liam Capra to kick things off, and it is. Here we go. Short kick, not a lot of distance. It goes right in that quarterback, Javion Clater, in that running back. Ball's at their own 28-yard line. Guerrero from the gun. He's back to throw. He's got time. Going to take a shot over the middle, and it's going to fall incomplete. Intended for Blaylock, way too high, and it'll be speed down. He's second and 10 now. Second and 10 from their own 28. Interesting decision to try to throw it there on first down. Last week, Cedar Park, they put a spy on Guerrero because he likes to run with the football. He likes to move. And I think Eastview used that to their advantage. They started running more run-pass options, and as soon as he would take off, he would just dump it off in the flat, and Blaylock would pick up some huge yardage here. 4 wide, Guerrero from the gun. This time they're going to hand it off Clater. Clater going up the middle, and he's going to gain 8 yards to the 36-yard line. It's going to be down 3rd and 2, and Eastview's going to go quickly back to the line. They want to keep things moving here. Very similar formation. Fakes the handoff. Guerrero looking to run. He's trying to get the corner. Steps out. Let's see if what the spot is. And I think they're going to say he's just a little bit short. I'm not sure I really like that spot. I thought he had that first down. They're going to say he's like half a yard short. And Georgetown crowd is getting pumped up as I think that ECU might be going for this one right here. It is literally a half yard. You usually don't see that in college football, but they're giving him that 1/2 yard. this is definitely a big moment already early on. 4th down and 1. They're going to fake the handoff. Guerrero trying to get the corner. He's got the corner. He's got a blocker. He's going to step out of bounds. And then out of bounds, you're going to see Caleb Hill throws a defender to the ground after they were still blocking. So being gutsy early is Robertson, and it pays off.
And Corbin Guerrero just really using the legs on that play. He knows that the first pass was unable to go through, so he uses the run game multiple times, and it shows out and works out for that big first down.
1st and 10 at the Georgetown 45. Ball's on the ground. It was fumbled by Guerrero on the handoff. And I think they fell on the ball. It looked like for a second there that Georgetown had recovered it. But I think Clater had got in there and was able to recover the football.
And it was almost Tennyson Dean who actually came around to try and stop that ball, but I guess he didn't get there quick enough to get that defensive recovery. So a big sigh of relief there for Eastview.
Right at the 50, no protest by Georgetown. They're going to hand off Clater. Clater trying to follow his blockers. He's really just got nowhere to go, though. He gains 8 yards. It's going to be 3rd down and long, and that's what happens when you go backwards on 1st down sometimes. You can really mess up your momentum. So 3rd down and 12. They must get to the 37 for a 1st down. Ball at the Eagle 49-yard line. See what they dial up here. They had some success at 3rd down last week. Later in the backfield, Guerrero from the gun. Guerrero back to pass. He's under heavy pressure. He evades, steps up. He's going to take a shot downfield, and it's going to fall incomplete. I think it was intended for Sam Williams, and that's going to be an obvious punting situation here. So they got the 1st down on a 4th down conversion, but a fumble recovery, maybe the best case scenario out of that is it wasn't turned over to Georgetown.
And that's exactly a good thing that Eastview had out of that. There was a big fumble on that play that luckily they were able to hop right back on top of before they could give up some huge yardage over to Georgetown, get some good field possession to start their first drive of the game.
Cade Erickson back to receive this one, and it's Guerrero actually to punt this one away, and he gets off a beauty. It takes a good bounce, but it's going to go into the end zone. Usually Caleb Hill is the one punting things away. Guerrero proving he can do it all. He also has a kickoff return touchdown, and it'll be a touchback. So not quite the start they were looking for, but able to, I guess, minimize the damage after that fumble. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for Georgetown at their own 20-yard line. And this Eastview defense and Ward is definitely kind of banged up, but they have racked up a lot of turnovers this season, including, I believe, 4 against Belton. And last week was their first game without a turnover. They came very close to one on a blocked punt that they touched, and it was picked up by Cedar Park. McDougal by himself in the gun. Now he brings Walker into the backfield. 3 wide. He takes the snap. Handoff Walker. Walker bounces off a would-be defender, but it'll be brought down by Aquavius Marbury. Great open field tackle. It's an 8-yard gain on 1st down. The 28-yard line. Last week against Cedar Park, they let Trey Hill run for 203 yards, one of those being a 93-yard touchdown run after what was almost a blocked punt. 2nd down and 2. 2 in the backfield, 3 wide. McDougal from the gun. Takes the snap. They're going to hand off up the middle. Bounce off would-be tackler, brought down from behind. And on the carry that time, it was Weston Stewart. And it's a 1st down for the Eagles. See where they spot him at the 35-yard line. We've seen Eastview have their moments early on, struggling on defense, but they're able to find their groove as the game goes on. The defense just seems to get better and better. 1st and 10 from the Eagle 35-yard line. Dougal from the gun. He's got 4 wide, sends a man in motion. Looking to throw. Throws out in the flat. Ball is tipped and incomplete. Just off the fingertips of Copeland Madry. Madre, I should say. And that brings up 2nd down and 10. He was very fortunate that one did not go the other way. 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line. Jet Walker back in at running back. 3 wide. Dougal takes a snap. He's going to hand off Walker. He's got all kinds of room up the middle. It's flipped up at the 46-yard line. It's an 11-yard gain. Make that a 12-yard gain. They're going to say he got to the right to the 47, I should say. And it's another first down. And whistle comes in. And it's going to be a timeout, an official timeout. Don't believe this will be a particularly long one. Just kind of stop things from in here. Georgetown, they wanted to keep the momentum going. Trying to keep that up tempo.
And why not? After a big run like that, a big 12-yard gain and a couple of huge plays that happened back-to-back, you know that the offense is ready to play this game. They just had that defensive possession where they almost got the ball in good field possession early on. They want to show why they were able to do that on the offensive side.
Want to try to keep things going here. Walker in the backfield. McDougal from the gun. Big snap. It's handoff Walker. Going up the middle. He's tripped up. Walker's just gaining 5, 6, 7 yards every single carry so far. Is going to be second down and 4 after the 6-yard gain.
And yeah, that consistency is key. 4, 6, 10 yards on those plays by Walker. He is making sure to use those legs consistently opening this game. He wants to get to that end zone really quickly and establish an early on lead.
He is particularly good at that, looking for his 5,000 yards for his career. McDougal takes the snap. Walker is going to be tripped up in the backfield. This time he goes backwards right at midfield. They were ready for him. As I said, the ECU defense does get better as the game goes on. It's going to be third down and I believe 7. This is a big third down right here. We've only seen McDougal thrown one pass so far. It was a screen pass that was tipped by the receiver and almost intercepted. It could have easily been intercepted. 4 wide, Walker in the backfield. And Eastview almost jumped there. They did not snap it. That was an issue they had early on. They have since somewhat cleaned it up, so they got away with one right there. Third down, and they're going to say 6. Dougal looking to throw. Throws it in the flat. It's going to fall incomplete. I don't think he would have gotten the first down anyway. Pass was intended for Copeland Madre. And let's see what they do here. They're at their own, well, I'm not going to say their own 50. They're right at midfield. It's not really anyone's yard line at that point. This was Canadian football. They actually put a C at center field because it's 130 or 140 yards. I believe it's because they're just going to punt this one away. There's no one back to receive this one. Now someone's heading on back for Eastview. I think it was going to be Sam Williams. Now he's heading back. And they're going to do a very quick kick here. Let's see if he tries to pick up run with it, and he does. Going around the outside. He's got some room. No flags come in. He's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Let's see who it was on that reception. I think it was Jelani Culpepper. He steps out of bounds. It was him or Sam Arnett. It's kind of hard to see the number. He says it kind of bunched up. I think it was Culpepper, though. So Eastview able to get that 4th down stop. And they take over now at their own 36-yard line. Last time they got 1 first down, but a fumble that almost went the other way. Kind of halted their momentum. 6:37 left to play here in the first quarter. Beautiful weather here in Georgetown. Guerrero takes a snap, handoff. Clater up the middle. He's got room to run. Clater is going to be brought down after a first yard. An 11-yard gain on first down. First down yard is what I was trying to say. Give Clater a little bit of space. He's got some breakaway speed. A 65-yard touchdown run last week. Quickly back to the line. And they're going to hand off Clater. A flag comes in as soon as the play is snapped, though. This will most likely be coming back. As it stands right now, it's a 5-yard gain by Clater.
Illegal formation. Offense. Number 71, 58. Stop your penalty. Second out.
And that backs about 5 yards. Penalties have definitely been a thing for Eastview,
Repeat first down.
as they have had many struggles with penalties. They've had a few turnovers called back due to penalties. They've had a few touchdowns called back due to penalties, something that they definitely have been trying to clean up. So now it's going to be 1st and 15. Ball at their own 42-yard line. 3 wide. They're going to fake it off to Clater. He's going to try to dump that one off, and it's knocked down. They're trying to get it to Jelani Culpepper, and he was open in the flat and would have had some room to run. But right there was Easton Smith to knock that one down. It's going to be 2nd and 15. Smith is getting that big body in there. Able to break that play up. 2nd and 15 now. Guerrero from the gun. Clater in the backfield. 3 wide. Takes the snap, looking to throw. Trying to find Blaylock. He does. Blaylock gets a block from Hill, able to get to the 45-yard line, but that's about it. It's going to give me another 3rd and long. And once again, going backwards on 1st down. Definitely did cost them. We can hear the Eastview coaching booth right next to us. So they are definitely into it. 3rd down and 12. Guerrero from the gun. He'll have 3 wide. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw, trying to find Blaylock. It's incomplete on a screen pass. Another tip. And it looks like it was Quinton Rock to knock that one down. So Eastview now 0 for 2 on 3rd down to start this ball game.
And that looked more like a Shaquille O'Neal block more than just a stop on that play. He went back, swatted it, and took that thing about 15 feet in front of him. I mean, that was a powerful stop right there.
Absolutely. 2nd time tonight, Guerrero to punt this one away. It's going to be Cade Erickson to receive. Guerrero gets it away. It's a very high kick, not a lot of distance. And it does not take the Eastview bounce. It goes right out of bounds. Right on the line, I mean, the 40-yard line. You don't usually see a ball roll like that when it goes sideways, especially a football, the way it is shaped. But right at the 40. The last time out, they were able to get a 1st down, but they went backwards 1 play, and then that was about it. As mentioned, these Eastview defense, they just kind of get better as the game goes on, and sometimes. But you just got to be ready for is. Eagles are going to get their yards, but just got to stay with it here. Walker in at running back. McDougal from the gun. He'll have 3 wide. Eastview likes the blitz. Let's see if they bring it here. Sends a man in motion, brings him into the backfield. Handoff Walker. He's got all kinds of room trying to get to the outside. He's tripped up and pushed out of bounds. They say he actually stepped out at the Eastview 38-yard line, so a big gain there on 1st down. Gave him a little bit of daylight, and he was able to make something happen. Eagles going quickly back to the line. Takes the snap, and they're going to hand off to Walker again. Walker trying to go around the outside. He's going to get 1, maybe a yard and a half on 1st downs. They were ready for Walker. They'll make it now 2nd and 8.5. Patriots like to bring the blitz. Talking to the coach the first game of the season, he said one of the big things he is going to work on is running the football as well as stopping the run. A thing that obviously will never change. That's one of the things he definitely is trying to focus on here. 2nd down, and they're going to say 8 yards. Sends a man in motion, and they're going to hand off to Walker. He's brought down again, and maybe right back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down and 8.
You're mentioning that Eastview defense that gets better and better as games go on. This is one of those games where we're seeing exactly that. The lockdown defense, not letting anything get past them, creating a wall in front of them on every single play. When one person goes to tackle, it seems like everybody comes in no matter what the play is, and that's exactly what you want to see from a tough defense, especially in a game where you're facing an opponent where you've only won 1 match against, and you're trying to fight for that 1st place finish in district.
4 wide now. Sends Walker in motion. Dougal back to throw. Throws it in the flat. Ball is caught. Breaks away. It's going to be a 1st down for Georgetown. Copeland Madre. And that is a thing that Georgetown to Eastview has definitely been susceptible to on 3rd down, is that pass into the flat. So something you got to look out for on 3rd down. They've had a lot of yards given on 3rd, but they got him in that situation to begin with. 4 wide. Dougal all by himself in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking to throw, sets up a screen, finds Madre. Is going to be brought down from behind after a 5-yard gain. To the Georgetown 17-yard line, looks like. A 2nd down and 5.
2nd and 5.
Eagles getting a play from the sideline. Takes the snap. Handoff up the middle. It's Walker. Walker's got some room to run. Tripped up right at the 10-yard line. Make that the 10-yard line. That's going to be 1st and goal, most likely, for the Georgetown Eagles. Yeah, right at the 10. Clock running, 2:40 now left to play here in the first quarter. Still no score. The Eagles going to have 2 in the backfield with them, 2 wide. Handoff, Jet Walker very patiently running, and he's going to basically stumble forward for 3 yards to the 7. An absolutely packed house here at Birkelbach Field. As you can look at the away side, it's Georgetown fans all stacked up, but ECU has definitely come to party in this one. They are all here and all wearing their red.
And it makes sense why. I mean, you got 2 teams that play in the same stadium. You know, you got their logos on both sides of the field. Heck, you also host Southwestern. Don't forget about that part. So you got a whole college team here. You're going to get a packed house for a game like this.
Absolutely. 2nd and goal from the 7. They'll hand off up the middle, try to get around the outside. Tripped up, but able to stumble in the end zone is Jet Walker for the touchdown. Almost tripped up in the backfield. Able to stay on his feet long enough, and Georgetown has the first score of the game.
That was just a good play by Walker, trying to make some room with nothing that he had at that point. Push his way through to the end zone for that touchdown and get the early blood drawn in this first quarter, making an early 6-0 lead for Georgetown.
Interesting formation here. Might just be setting up to kick the extra point, but also could be going for 2. You never know. And then they are just going to kick the extra point. It's going to be out of Samuel Galabas. Kick is up. It's a great kick. And it is good. And it's on top of the locker room. So 7-0 Georgetown over Eastview. 1:41 left to play here in the first quarter.
I'll tell you what, the clock really went down on this first quarter of action. Had nothing going on for the first little bit. A couple of drives with great defensive plays, and finally a big stop there, and a big drive there by Georgetown that go up the field, getting that first statement of the game in a huge ball game, especially because you know that that's massive when you're playing a rival and you're playing somebody for that top spot in the district.
Absolutely. Well, Eastview, they got to make those adjustments as the game goes on. We'll see what they can do. And right now, the offense, they've had I think they've had 1 snap on their opponent's end of the field, and that was the fumble. So let's see what changes they can make here on offense. Aquavius Marbury, Sam Williams back to receive this one. Hit by Liam Capra. Capra's kick is away. It's taken by Williams, who bobbles it again, but able to hold on to it this time, trying to get around the corner, trying to get a block, and this time he's got nowhere to go. Able to at least make it a respectable return, though, to the 21-yard line. Second time Williams, this time he didn't drop it, though. He was able to hold on to it.
You got to give kudos to Sam Williams on those. I mean, a couple times that the ball's just come out of his hands, and he's been able to stay with the play, keep it going, and try and get some good yardage out of it right after a mistake like that.
So 1st and 10 from their own 21-yard line. Now if Eastview is trying to put together a drive, but it all starts with a good play here on 1st down. Goes it to Clater on a screen pass. Clater's got some room to run. He's pushed out of bounds right at they're going to actually give him, the far judge is giving him the 31, but the near judge on the near sideline gave him right at the 30. So 9-yard gain there by Clater on the screen pass.
2nd and 1 for the Patriots.
Clock stops, minute 29 left to go here in the first. 2nd down and 1. Guerrero looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to step up. He's just going to tuck this one in and run. Try to get around the corner. He's got the corner. He's at the 40-yard line. Makes a man miss and brought down from behind right at the 46. Seeing Guerrero do that quite a bit when the pocket collapses around him. He steps up, and if he sees nothing, he just tucks it in and runs with it. Very dangerous with his legs. And it's a first down for the Patriots. 3 wide here. Guerrero in the gun. Takes the snap. They're going to hand off Clater. Clater trying to be patient with it, but really just has nowhere to go. Maybe they're going to give him a yard there. And I think that's what they're going to give him, just a yard.
Tackle made by Easton Smith.
The scoreboard says it's 2nd and 10 still, but looks like they give him a yard. Yeah, now they give him a yard. So 2nd down and 9 at their own 48. Three wide. Guerrero takes the snap. They're going to hand off Clater again. Clater trying to get around the corner. Pushes the defender down, but tripped up at the 49-yard line. He had some room to work, but just could not reach that corner. It's going to be now 3rd down and long. The pattern we've seen as this game has gone on so far is Eastview getting that first down and then just having a bit of difficulty making some adjustments and getting those yards. Eastview does not have to snap the football here to bring it to the end of the first quarter. And it doesn't look like they will. And that will be the end of the first quarter. Georgetown leads 7-0. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to Eastview Football on the Vype Media Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, please turn. Is proud to celebrate the incredible staff of Georgetown Independent School District who go
back with the start of the second quarter here at Birkelbach Field. It's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Patriots, now going towards their own end zone with their logo in it. Eastview still looking for their first 3rd down conversion of the game. They have faced 3rd and long quite a few times. They have one 4th down conversion. And I like those, like that percentage, 100%.
Because at HEB, here, everything is better.
So 3rd down and 8 from their own 49. They have to get to the Georgetown 43 for a first down. That is weird. 3 wide. He's going to have Clater in the backfield. Guerrero takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to try to tuck it in and run. Stays on his feet. He's able to get past the 50, but Georgetown very quick and swarming to him there. It's going to be 4th down and 4. And it looks like they're going to punt this one away.
99, A.J. Stevenson.
So 4th down and 4. It's going to be Erickson back to receive. Guerrero's going to punt this one away again. Trying to see if they can pin him deep right here. And trying to get this one, trying to get that coffin corner, but it does not get the bounce they're looking for. They have just stopped 1 yard shorter before it started bouncing forward, maybe. Well, it's another touchback for Guerrero.
Georgetown takes over 1st and 10.
It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Georgetown 20-yard line.
And Brian, that is a tough thing to do in this game. Get that corner right there. Try and get that 1-yard spot on the play and just give the defense that tough spot. It is mainly how the ball moves and mainly that precision on the kick. That is one of the toughest things you got to do in sports. I mean that regardless of.
I 100% agree with you there. I'm really big into special teams, so that's one of the things I always give a lot of respect for. 3 wide. Dougal from the gun. Walker standing right next to him. It's another handoff to Walker going up the middle. He's going to be brought down after a 5-yard gain to the 25-yard line.
Jet Walker on a carry, tackled by Jason Hall.
2nd down and 5. In the play from the sideline. Now they're ready. See the Patriots try to bring the blitz right here. It's looking like they might. They send someone in motion. And they're going to hand off Walker, and he's going to be bounced off a would-be tackler. I thought he was going to go down in the backfield, but able just to stay on his feet.
Walker on the carry, brought down by
Jet Walker just keeps those feet churning.
Churning they did. I mean, absolutely. I mean, it looked like he was going to go down, but he just used that momentum from that hit to boost his way through. It's almost a trampoline effect on that one.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they had him swallowed up at the line of scrimmage, but bounces off. It's 1st and 10, the Georgetown 41. Dougal hands it off to Walker. Walker bounces off the front line, and this time brought down in the backfield. Trying to see who it was that. And it was Sam Arnett, able to bring him down for a 1-yard loss. This time he wrapped him up. It looked like he was about to bounce off and get one of those big runs, but Arnett wrapped his arms around him and did not let go. Back to their own 40-yard line, so 2nd down and 11. Dougal from the gun, and this time he's going to try to throw it. Throws it towards the sideline. It will be caught by Madre. It's enough for a 1st down right at the line to gain. Those short passes to the sideline have been kind of the bugbear for Eastview. And now they're giving, I think, Walker a bit of a break as they have Weston Stewart now in the backfield. They'll have 4 wide. Ball at the Patriot 49-yard line. Almost a jump, no flag. Dougal looking to throw. He's going to try to throw it. He does. And it's going to be caught and brought down at the Patriot 37-yard line. Another big gain there on 1st down. Very patiently waiting for the play to develop.
Reception made for Georgetown.
And they're moving quickly back to the line, trying to keep things moving here. Throws toward the sideline and tripped up after the reception. It's going to be still a 5-yard gain there by Braylon Westfall.
Reception by Braylon Westfall.
And look up, and it looks like it's not going to be that big of a gain, but it's almost 5-6 yards every single time. 2nd down and 5. They're inside the 35 or the 34.
Gain of 4 brings up 2nd down and
According to the
6.
PA announcer and the scoreboard, it says 2nd down and 6. That sounds about right, actually. Weston Stewart and looks like Walker in the backfield. Could be wrong, though. It's hard to see the number from this angle that I'm at. It's not Walker. They're going to hand off to him, though, and it's going to go backwards. And that was actually Zachariah Guyton. Back to what looks like the original line of scrimmage. A loss of 3, though, so not quite there, but almost. So 3rd down and 9. Eastview love to get them off the field right here. Kind of in no man's land, though, so you got to watch out for how many yards they could gain. They gain 5 yards, they might go for it. Walker back in at running back, and a timeout will be taken by Eastview.
Timeout. Eastview. After 1st timeout now.
One of the things I think Coach Robertson's going to bring up is, don't jump that line. You can't go in that neutral zone. That was an issue they had early on. They have cleaned it up tremendously as the season has gone on. But also try to keep them in front of you as best as you can. Don't let them get too many yards. I think if they get this to the 33-yard line, maybe even 30, maybe 32, they might go for it on 4th down. Just thought that happened here. Because you're in that weird no man's land where it's like too close to punt it, but a little too far away to kick it. I was going to say too close to kick it, but then too far to kick it. That doesn't make any sense, but it's still kicking.
Regardless, you're still using the foot. You're still trying to get that leg warmed up for whatever's coming, whether you're trying to kick it a 60-yard bomb or you're trying to punch it about 30 or 20 yards. Regardless, you got to warm it up.
Yeah. And be ready for Eastview taking their first time out of the half. They're trying to make sure they don't give up that first down. They need that ball back. They don't get that second half kickoff. So they like to try to tie this thing up. Try to keep it like that going into halftime. Walker, though, back in at running back. McDougal's going to take this one most likely from the gun. I don't know very many plays that are run from under center nowadays in almost any level of football. Here we go, 3rd down and 9. 3 wide. Walker in motion. They will hand off to Jet Walker, and he's going to get the first down and then some. Tripped up. Jet Walker on a delayed handoff, it looks like, with a huge gain there on 3rd down.
Picks up the first down for the Eagles.
The West Virginia commit just continues to punish the Patriots.
And Jet Walker staying true to his name, going off like a jet plane, full blown, getting the lights going, turning up the gas, running over to the right side of the field, getting as much open room as he possibly could before finally being taken down. But that is not an easy catch on that fishing pond for the defense.
Absolutely not. So they're get all the way into the red zone. The 19-yard line, fakes the handoff to Walker, looking to throw, and it's going to fall incomplete. Pass was intended for Zachariah Guyton. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
In coverage for Eastview, number 6, Sam Arnett.
Second and 10. Getting the plays in the sideline. Both teams, by the way, are just not really wasting too much time between plays. They are keeping this thing moving. It's going to be Guyton and Walker in the backfield. McDougal sends a man in motion, and they will hand this one off. It's Walker. Bounces off a would-be tackler. Able to get to the 16-yard line. It brings up another 3rd down.
Tackled by number 6, Sam Arnett.
Hearing the PA announcer say Sam Arnett on the tackle. Name you're going to definitely hear a lot. He's in on a lot of plays. Substitution in for Eastview. Actually, I think Eastview may have taken a timeout, and they have. Or something or other. We called blowing a whistle. I don't see they're calling a timeout. I think a player is needs to come off the field. Looks like Jason Mulholland is having to step off there. Is sending in Gabe Norm Boyan. I have a phonetic roster here, so I'm hopeful that was correct. 3rd down and 7. Eastview trying to get him off the field, trying to get him to jump, and this is a false start. That's going to back him up. It's going to make it now 3rd down and 12. And that is a big penalty right there.
A big penalty indeed. Going back another 5 yards, making it a 3rd and 12, and you just gave the defense a new light to be able to make a big stop here, force you to go ahead and kick that field goal off.
See if they can get him to stop right here. They can get him off the field. 6:12 left to play here in the half. Here the stands stomping their feet. Another whistle comes in though. I think that's what's going on here. Is I think Mulholland actually tried to come back in after the whistle, but I think maybe he lost his helmet. I think he has to come out for a play regardless. So Gabe steps in now. Sends Walker in motion, looking to throw. Throws it into the flat. It's a screen pass. It's caught. It's going to be a touchdown. It was Xavier Warren on the reception. Perfectly run screen pass. I think they kind of sold out on that screen. And sometimes that can come back to bite you. It's another touchdown for the Eagles.
And a big touchdown, especially to capitalize on that lead, making it a 13-0 ball game. 2-touchdown lead on a huge screen pass where they were able to get some open room, push some guys out of the way, make some room for that guy to run over to his right side and officially go over to the corner of the end zone for a big touchdown. That is massive for Georgetown.
Absolutely. Well, ECU's going to have to go back to the drawing board and try to figure this one out. So you got him in third down twice. They've only stopped him on third down once. His extra point is up and good. It goes off the scoreboard even. 14 now to 0. So Eastview so far is 0 for on third down. 1 for 1 on fourth down. Meanwhile, Georgetown is only not converted on third down once, and that was on the opening possession of the game. Since then, they've had back-to-back scoring drives. So for Eastview, there's still plenty of time in this one, obviously. It's 5:57 to play in the half. They have 2 timeouts. So time to still, obviously don't need to panic here, but just figure things out, try to work out a game plan on what you can do to stop this Georgetown offense. But also on the offensive side of the ball, try to find a way to put together a drive. They have yet to reach the opponent's red zone. They've only had a couple snaps on Georgetown's side of the field as well. So, I said, I always remember my dad telling me, watching every game, is it all starts with the first down. It all just starts with a good, positive play on first down. And you got to pick up those first downs as well. And once you get that, you get that momentum going, but you just cannot go backwards. Capper to kick this one away. It's going to be Arnett, Williams, and Marbury to receive. So far, every kick has gone Williams' way. This time, it's going towards Marbury, and it will bounce in the field of play. It took a great bounce, actually. But Tyson Ishawoko able to pick it up. They'll get decent starting field position at the 28-yard line. Oh, my goodness. How they had the 28. They just gave them 26. 27, I should say.
At the 27-yard line.
That one took a hop, and Tyson let that one hop just for a second to see if maybe it might hop out of bounds, but hop straight back up in the air. And we saw this happen last week with Cedar Park as they struggled early on, but eventually able to figure out a game plan and solution, and was kind of running those run-pass options and trying to bait them and then getting those little throws. This time Guerrero's going to tuck in and run. He's going to reverse field and gain a couple yards. Besides, maybe that was designed. He was going to reverse field and try to see if he can make some room, but he's brought down the 29-yard line.
Down by 26, Tyler Leininger.
So 2nd and 8 now from their own 29.
Gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd down and 8.
And I have Cleater in the backfield, 3 wide. Guerrero back to throw. He's under heavy pressure. He's going to be sacked. Guerrero was under pressure almost as soon as he stepped back, and he was downed. And at the 20-yard line, I think it's going to say was forward progress was stopped. I thought he was down at the 15, but they're going to say he's down at the 20, maybe a 5-yard difference. As Georgetown was very quick to the football there, and Guerrero unable to get rid of it. 3 wide, it's 3rd and a mile. Back to throw, Guerrero. This time he's got time. Steps up, running out of time now. Rolls out of the pocket, steps up, and brought down from behind. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by Georgetown. Number 34, Gavin Smith on the recovery. And Guerrero took one too many seconds there to try to find the open man. And it's a turnover, a big turnover. And now this Eastview defense really has to buckle that chin strap.
And buckle it up indeed. I mean, he took as much time as he could, try to get out of the pocket, try to find some open space, but eventually realized he used up all the time that he could use before being tackled from behind. And that was a huge hit as well. That was when you can get the football out at that side of the field, that is a massive hit.
We've seen Guerrero a lot. He likes to keep plays alive and try to use his feet the best he can. And he usually uses it to much success. That time, though, the speed of the Georgetown defense able to get to him. 1st and 10 from the Patriot 18-yard line. They're going to hand this one off. It's Stewart. Actually, make that Guyton, excuse me. And he's going to be brought down at the 15-yard line.
Tackled by Aquavius Marbury. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
It's going to update. Cedar Park leads Glenn 7-0 in the first quarter. It's a man in motion. It's a handoff to Guyton, and Eastview right there to bring him down at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be another 3rd down.
Guyton on the carry. Tackle made by number 50, Ty Temples.
And as soon as I get that text saying it was 7-0 from Merrill Bertrand over in Vype land, it's now 21-0 3 minutes later. Cedar Park over Glenn. 3rd down and 6. 4 wide. Zachariah Guyton in the backfield. Play clock's at 10. Now down to 5. McDougal is ready, takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to take a shot towards the sideline. I think he maybe was just throwing that one away. Incomplete. So they do buckle that chin strap, able to bring it to 4th down. And let's see what they do here. Looks like they're going to bring on the field goal team. Watching Samuel Galavez's kick on extra points, it looks like he's got a pretty good leg on him. This will be a 31-yarder. Kick is away. It is up, and it is good. Maybe the best case scenario out of all that could have happened for Eastview, holding them to that field goal. But it's now a 3-score lead for the Eagles, 17-0.
A+.
2 minutes, 59 seconds left to play here in the first half. Georgetown has all 3 timeouts. Eastview with 2 timeouts, trailing by 3 scores. A situation that Eastview has not found themselves in since the first game of the season. Still plenty of time. They found themselves down against Cedar Park by 14 and able to pull off their first ever, able to hand Cedar Park their first ever loss when they were leading by 14. So they're no strangers to coming back from behind. It's going to be Capper to kick this one off. Last time didn't kick it very far. And it's going to be a kind of a shorter kick here again. And it's dropped by Ishawoko. Ball's on the ground again. It is picked up by Eastview. Another break they got there. I think there was confusion. I think Marbury thought that he was going to pick that one up, and then Tyson Ishawoko picked it up instead. I think he was bumped from behind and then jarred the ball loose, but able to pick it right back up. So another huge break there for the Patriots. Starting this drive like they did last time at their own 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 for their own 27. 2:52 left to play here in the half. We do have that 2-minute timeout. Plater takes A handoff going up the middle. Bounce off would-be tackler and able to gain, it's like around 7, maybe 7 yards, maybe 6 on first down. See where they spot him. They're going to spot him at the 34-yard line. So 2nd down and 3. Clock running, 2:30 left to play here in the half. Takes the snap. They're going to fake it out to Clater. Going to take a shot towards the sideline. It's going to fall incomplete. Intended for Caleb Hill. Who had to play a little bit of defense there.
That's intended for number 10, Caleb Hill. In coverage, number 21.
It's going to be now 3rd down and 3. Scoreboard says 3rd down and 7. The gain on first down was 7 yards. I think they got a little bit backwards there. It's 3rd down and 3. Clock stopped at 2:17. And they're going to hand off. And they're going to fake the handoff to Clater on the run pass option. And they're ready for Guerrero. He just had nowhere to go with that one. It's going to be another 4th down. The whistle came in at the end of that play. I'm wondering what's going on here.
Timeout. Georgetown. First time and a half. Please put 2 minutes and 10 seconds back on the game clock.
So I think
2 minutes, 10 seconds.
So I think that was after the play was over. They called timeout. Their first of the half. I think they're wanting that 2-minute timeout as well, because if not, they were just going to let the clock run down to the 2-minute timeout. So they got to 3rd down and 3. Guerrero tried to tuck in and run, but they were just swarming to him. They are ready for Guerrero every time he tries to run the football. It's going to be another Erickson back to receive this one. Guerrero likes to get a lot of run out on his punts. So let's see here. They're bringing the house after this one, though. So you got to be quick with it here. Guerrero able to get the kick away, though. Heading towards sideline. Erickson has it and pushed out of bounds at his own 45-yard line with 2:04 left to play in the half. That's where this drive will begin. Right now, Eastview's only real thought is just trying to bring this one in the halftime. Only trailing by 17. They do not receive the second half kickoff. Georgetown will get that second half kickoff. It's been a little while since Eastview got their last turnover. McDougal is going to be all by himself in the backfield. 4 wide receivers to the right of him. Now he's going to send Walker into the backfield. Now 3 wide receivers to the right of him. Takes the snap. Handoff. Walker going up the middle. Bounce off would-be tackler. Bounces off another would-be tackler. He bounced off Lord Isubunu twice before he's able to bring him down. It's a 9-yard gain, and that will take us to the 2-minute timeout. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll be right back listening to ECU football on the Vype
Ladies
Media
and
Network.
gentlemen, please turn your attention to the field.
And welcome back to Birkelbach Field. After the 2-minute timeout, ECU trailing the Georgetown Eagles 17-0. It's second down and 1. Minute 57. Walker in the backfield once again. They will hand off to him, trying to go around the outside. I think the ball came out there for a second, but it did not. He's able to get the first down and step out of bounds. Walker, by the way, has eclipsed 5,000 yards for his career here at Georgetown. So, congratulations to Jet Walker.
And a huge accomplishment for Jet Walker, that is. 5,000 yards is a huge milestone for any kid, especially a high school student with not as many games. And I'll tell you what, Jet Walker has accomplished a huge feat within this game. So I'm honored to be able to say I got to sit here and see it.
Absolutely. So I'll definitely give him props for that one. They will hand off to him once again. Bounced off another would-be tackler. And he's brought down just short of the line of gain, so the clock's going to continue to run. Minute 40 left to play. Quickly back to the line. And they're going to throw it into the flat. Ball is caught. It's got a blocker up front and then pushed out of bounds. That was caught by Braylon Westfall. He's got some tremendous speed. Steps out with a minute 26 left to play here in the half. So first and 10 from the 20-yard line. Walker will take the handoff. Going up the middle is only going to gain a few yards there, 3 yards. Clock will continue to run. Both teams have 2 timeouts.
Gain of 3. Second down and 7 for the Eagles.
Clock continues to run. It's now a minute left to play here in the half. Walker stepping towards the sideline, probably getting a bit of a breather. Weston Stewart now in at running back, 3 wide. Less than 50 seconds left to go. Second down and 7. Sends a man in motion. They're going to hand off Stewart. Stewart trying to go around that outside. He's got that corner, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line, is what they're going to say. So with 38 seconds left to go.
Walker on the carry.
It's actually Stewart on the carry. .38 seconds left to play here in the half. Patriots trying to keep him out of the end zone. So Zachariah Guyton now stepping in at running back. Jumbo set here. I eat my own words. They're running up under center. Makes a handoff going up the middle. Flag comes in, and you're going to keep him not out of the end zone. Well, they do keep him. He does go in the end zone. Right now, it's a touchdown. But a flag came in as soon as that ball was snapped. Let's check the flag here.
Legal motion. Offense, number 12. Top penalty. Replay first down.
And that is a big-time penalty right there, as it does back him up. It takes points off the board, as Guyton was fighting for every single yard. 31 seconds left to go. It was first and goal from the 5-yard line, is now first and goal from the 11-yard line. Walker's going to step back in now. Actually, the ball's at the 10-yard line. 31 seconds left to play. Another kind of jumbo set right here, though. It's like Walker, Guyton, and they're going to send Madre in motion. They're just going to hand off to Walker, who's going to run in the end zone pretty much untouched. Second touchdown of the night for Walker. And Georgetown has extended their lead. It's 23-0 pending an extra point. Leves in to attempt the extra point. It is up. It is good. That makes the score now 24-0.
And good. Sam Galavis on the kick.
Well, the push from the offensive line of Georgetown has just been a little bit overwhelming in the early goings for Eastview. Now a 4-score lead. .27 seconds left to play here in the first half.
Back to return.
Not a lot of time for ECU to try to get something going. They do not receive the second half kickoff. After Georgetown had to punt away on their first offensive possession, they have scored 24 unanswered points.
Set to kick for Georgetown, number 25, Liam Capra.
It's a short kick, not a lot of distance. On the ground, actually, a big hop. Trying to get around in that corner, trying to break through that first layer. Let's see who it was with the football. I believe it was Johnny Culpepper. 21 seconds left now to play in the half.
Out to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line, so this drive will start. It's been kind of the average field position, starting field position for the Patriots. The Eagles are going to bring on the prevent defense. And Claytor's going to take the snap. Going to have some room to run with the prevent going on. Able to get the first down to the 40-yard line. Clock's going to stop for a second while they move the chains.
On the carry, tripped up by Easton Smith.
See, now the clock's starting to run, and I think that's going to be the end of the half as Guerrero already starting to head towards the sideline, and Robertson already bringing the team towards the sideline too. Well, not the half of football that Eastview was hoping for. First time left off the scoreboard in a half of football for the Patriots. Let's see what adjustments they make at halftime. We'll bring you the bands, and we'll take a break listening to Eastview football on the Vype Media Network. Keep it here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Georgetown Independent School District is proud to present the Georgetown Eagle Marching Band and Color Guard, the Georgette, the Eastview Patriot Band and Color Guard, and the Eastview Sparklers for a special edition of GISD Halftime. The Georgette officers are Lieutenant Katie Altman, Lieutenant Ashley Adler, Lieutenant J.J. Rosarelli, First Lieutenant Brittany McLean, and the Georgette captain is Ella Lishka. The Sparkler officers are Lieutenant Grace Whiting, First Lieutenant Alyssa Gavini, and the Sparkler captain is Brooklyn Winslow. The Sparkler socials are Kaylin Bailey, Spencer Porterfield, and Ashley Stern. The Georgette socials are Maylin Graff, Caitlin Hamilton, Zoe Parker, and head social Cammie Vogler. The Georgette of the week is Cammie Vogler. Sparkler of the week is Bailey Brown. The Sparklers managers are Laura Lee Hall and Alyssa Holden. The Georgette's managers are Mackenzie Rose, Olive Connerty, and Adriana Paz. And now, watch the Sparklers and Georgettes as they perform a featured sister pop routine to feel this moment. Sparklers would like to thank their best of the best season sponsors, AccuBuild, the Galini Firm, Texas Honey Ham, Clinical Pathology Laboratory, and the Performing Arts Studio, Georgetown. The Georgettes would like to thank their platinum sponsors, Covert Hutto, the Dog Ranch at Liberty Hill, Garage Living, Georgetown Family Orthodontics, Performing Arts Studio, and 7K Ranch. The Sparklers are under the direction of Makila Short, assisted by April Pena. The Georgettes are under the direction of Mrs. Crystal Rockley. The Georgetown Band would like to thank our generous sponsors, Baker Avial Rentals, Double Dave's Pizza, Headwater Commercial Realty, Pecan Branch Furniture, Pierce Insurance, ProFab Rigging and Welding, Schlatsky's Georgetown, Smoky Moe's Barbecue, Share Tea, Nibby Ice Cream, Wandering Ass Ranch, David and Carol Holmes, Endodontic Associates of Central Texas, Lauren Decor Georgetown, Glow Yoga Georgetown, Gemstone Auto Beef Supply, Star Elite Defense LLC, The Door Company, and Texas Honey Ham Co. Thank you, sponsors. As the Eagle Band and Color Guard take the field, they would like to thank their booster board for their countless hours of hard work and tremendous support. The band is led on the field by drum majors Bailey King and Walker Rackley. The color guard captain is Lily Eden. Woodwind caption head is Katie Cook, and percussion caption head, Asher Lopez. Please help us celebrate our members of the week. Congratulate color guard captain's choice, Preston Pierce. Brass member of the week, Caden Smith. Woodwind member of the week, Ari Poole. Battery member of the week, Jack Fleischman. Front ensemble member of the week is Sarah Lewis. The Eagle Band section of the week is the color guard. And our Eagle Band parent of the week is our amazing treasurer, Melissa Lord. The Eagle Band would like to dedicate tonight's performance to all survivors and those currently fighting breast cancer. The Eagle Band wishes the EVHS Patriot Band the best of luck for the rest of their season. The next band in Conference 5A is the Georgetown High School Band. Their program is entitled Down the Witch's Road. Down the Witch's Road includes the Ballad of the Witch's Road by Lopez and Lopez, The Duck Hunt by Herman, Witches on a Rampage by Debney, and The Hut on Fowl's Legs, Baba Yaga, from Pictures at an Exhibition by Mussorgsky. Drum majors Bailey King and Walker Rackley. You may begin your performance for the UIL Region 26 Marching Band Contest. Tonight, the Eastview Band and Color Guard are performing their 25-26 season show Wound Tight, featuring the music of Billie Eilish, with original compositions by Michael Miller. Soloists, Alex Guerra, Joshua Houck, Carter Kinzer, Reed Thompson, John Nolan, Cody Severson, Giovanni Tello, and Sean Bruton. Everybody, let's hear it for the Eastview Band. And now, under the field direction of drum majors Regina Diaz, Talia Camarena, and Violet Hanna, we proudly present the Eastview Patriot Band and Red Poppy Color Guard. Directors Bridget Johnson and Andrew Glesinger. Color guard directors Louis Flores and Salem and associate staff members Reed Rebecki, Alejandro Gonzalez, and Daniel Lander. The Eastview Band is sponsored by Cody Pools, the Anna and Anton Olson Legacy Foundation, Fluger Architects, catering by Moxie. The Patriot Band, Sparklers, Eagle Band, and Georgettes would like to thank our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Devin Padaville, and the principals of Eastview High School and Georgetown High School, Mr. Alfonso Longoria and Mr. Brian Johnson.
All right, getting ready to start the second half here at Birkelbach Field. Eastview trailing the Georgetown Eagles 24-0. After Georgetown did not score in their opening possession, they have scored 24 unanswered points. And Eastview has just had no answer for Jet Walker on offense. Bit of an update from some scores around the league. Right now, this is the last time I got these messages, so things may have changed. But last time I checked, it was Austin High and Aikens were tied at 7 in the second quarter. Westlake was beating Bowie 7-0. Bastrop beating Navarro 16-0. In the second quarter is Round Rock 14, Westwood 7, and Vista Ridge is beating Cedar Ridge 24-14, and then Hutto is beating Stony Point 35-7, and Libertyville 6, Pflugerville 0. First time kicking off for the Patriots. Now we've seen them come from behind before. Last week, obviously, they came back from 14 points down, so they would love to try to figure things out here. Right now, it starts just getting a stop on defense. See who's kicking this one off. Of course I know who it is. It's Kevin Gonzalez. I was looking at the wrong roster there for half a second. And short kick, not a lot of distance. It's fair caught at the 27-yard line by number 27, that is Weston Stewart. In that first half, it was pretty much all Jet Walker. 2 touchdowns. I don't know how many yards he ran for. Probably over 100 yards it felt like. He eclipsed 5,000 for the season, for his career. He needed 50 just to get that. And now I think they got that in the first quarter, so that kind of tells you how good he was. He has come as good as advertised. So Eastview would love to have a stop right here. And hand off Walker. Trying to go around the outside, get around Marbury, and he does. Forced out of bounds after a 6-yard gain. And another update here on scores around the area. Is Lake Creek at the halftime leading Nylander 22-16. Austin High at halftime leading Aikens 14-7. Westlake is beating up Bowie 28-7. And Bastrop 44. Navarro's second. That is in the second quarter. Second down and 4. Dougal back to pass. Sets up the screen. The screen is caught into the secondary. Gets another block. Steps to the outside. Trying to force him out of bounds, and they do. And that is Braylon Westfall once again on that screen pass. Just with that tremendous speed. Substitution here for Eastview. And that was a huge gain there on second down. Brings them all the way to the Eastview. Looks like 18, maybe 19-yard line. I think that actually the 14-yard line. I'm getting my numbers confused here. Stewart in the backfield, sending a man in motion. They're going to hand off Stewart, trying to go around that outside. Tripped up and shakes off would-be tackler and gets inside the 10 to the 9. It's like a 4-yard gain there on first down.
Tackle made by 34, Cameron Watkins. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
So 2nd down and 6, ball at the 9. They can get that first down without getting the first touchdown, without getting the first down. First down, getting touchdown. Getting my words backwards here now. It's a handoff up the middle, immediately brought down after a yard carry. And that was Weston Stewart on the carry. He's going to head to the sideline. Jet Walker's going to step back in. Already with 2 touchdowns tonight.
No gain on the play, brings up 3rd down.
So 3rd down and 6. They're going to say no gain on that last play. McDougal sends a man in motion. They're going to hand this one off to Walker, trying to get him on the outside. He's going to go in the end zone. Touchdown.
Georgetown.
Jet Walker, his 3rd touchdown tonight.
And Walker really showing why he has those 5,000 career rushing yards and why he's such a threat out there on the field. 3 touchdowns already tonight on this game. Multiple great runs, and being able to find open space like that quickly. Just by a snap, he's able to find any open space and take it all the way.
Extra point is up and good. 31 to nothing, guys. 31 unanswered points for Georgetown. That did not take a lot of time off the clock either. 10 minutes and 16 seconds left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, no, you still got a lot of time left on this 3rd quarter, which means there's a lot of action still left out there on the field for this game. And of course, the Georgetown's already gotten a whole bunch of touchdowns within this game. They've already made their statements throughout this entire match, and there's a lot more time left on the clock to make more of a statement here. But also, don't forget, Eastview still has a lot more room to make improvement and show why that defense is dangerous.
Absolutely. So, like you said, still plenty of time left. They haven't had very many snaps in their opponent's end of the field. Backs firmly against the wall, though. And very much behind the 8 ball. Lonnie Culpepper, Quavius Marbury, Sam Williams back to receive this one. See, Marbury gets underneath it, makes the catch at the 20, trying to get around that corner. He's got the 30, the 35, the 40, and pushed out of bounds right at the 44-yard line. Quavius Marbury very patiently, just trying to wait for that room to set up. So this drive will begin. Actually, they're going to give him the 47-yard line. So this is the best starting field position for the Eastview Patriots tonight.
And that's exactly what they want. I mean, that's good momentum and a good shift for them. Maybe a chance for them to kind of get back in this game and kind of get things set forward.
So 1st and 10. They're going to hand off Clater. Clater trying to bounce off a tackler. Gets right to midfield. Right at the 50. I haven't seen so many snaps at midfield in my entire life, I'll be honest with you.
It's a midfield game.
Yeah, midfield game. 3-yard gain there. 2nd down and 7. Eastview jumping back to the line. As I said, formation, they're a little confused there on offense. As you can see, Williams and Blaylock, 2 names we haven't called too many times tonight. They're going to hand off Clater. Clater rumbling forward, still moving that pile and able to get that first down. I think this is the deepest that Eastview has been so far tonight. Able to get that first down all the way to the Georgetown 42-yard line. See if they can keep that momentum going here. It's been, so far this series has started with back hands off to Clater. Similar formation as the last time. Guerrero from the gun. Hand off Clater again. Clater bounce off will be tackler and tripped up after trying to bounce it to the outside to the Georgetown 41-yard line. He's able to go forward and bounce off the initial contact, but able just to grab onto the foot and then lets him go. He has nowhere else to go. So 2nd down and 9. So it's going to be Guerrero from the gun. 3 wide. Guerrero back to throw. He's going to throw towards the sideline. Ball is going to be caught by Blaylock to the Georgetown 30-yard line. Very quick right there, and first time I got a chance to call Alan Blaylock's name. Having been able to break out year. So ball at the 30. Honeycutt in at running back. Good to see him back. They're going to hand off to Honeycutt. Honeycutt going up the middle. Bounces off would-be tackler, and a nice 8-yard gain there by Blake Honeycutt.
Gain of 9 on the play. 2nd and 1, Eastview.
So 2nd down and 1. Honeycutt still in the backfield. They're going to hand off to him again. He's going to rumble forward, but get no gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
Back to the line of scrimmage.
Later will step back in at running back. 7:50 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Eastview trailing 31-0. Down and 1, Guerrero is going to tuck it in and run, trying to get him on the outside, and he does. He's got the 1st down, and he's going to go out of bounds. Let's see where that judge spots him. I think he was right at the 16, and he was. Guerrero taking it on the design run. Eastview's got some momentum going here.
Tackle made by Cody Erickson.
Clock starts to roll. Eastview back to the line, getting the plays from the sideline. Going to have 3 wide. Guerrero takes the snap. Hand off Clater. Clater going up the middle. Falls forward, essentially. I'm going to say he was down at the 11. I thought he at least got to the 10, but both judges say he's down at the 11. And Honeycutt will step in.
And Javion Quayer really just going up the middle with it. I mean, that's a great showing of looking around and knowing what's best open, and he just went right forward and unfortunately unable to get past that defense.
2nd down and 5. It's a fake over to Honeycutt. Ball is trying to get it out to Hill, but great defense there by Jihad Abdinor.
On the coverage for Georgetown, Jihad Abdinor.
That makes it now 3rd down and 5. They must get to the 6 for that 1st down. As Hill was open, but Abdinor able just to get his hand in there. He would love to keep his drive going. They can get that 1st down without getting that touchdown. Takes the snap. They're going to fake the handoff. No, they do hand it off. Go up the middle. It was not handed off. It's a touchdown for Eastview.
Lights in the crowd going insane right now after that big touchdown. Pass over the middle, over to, I believe that was Sam Arnett over in the middle, making that catch and getting some open space and putting Eastview up on the board in the 2nd half and changing the momentum a little bit in this game to try and get 1st place in the district.
Absolutely, trying to just get on the board. Their best drive of the game so far, starting with fantastic field position. And it looks like they might be trying to go for 2 here.
And why wouldn't you?
When you're down by this much, might as well.
A little confidence booster there for the offense and keep something going, especially getting 2 points closer. I mean, that does a lot for your team's mentality going forward within the rest of the game.
A 2-point try. Guerrero takes the snap, trying to get to that corner, and he's going to get in there. Guerrero able to get in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. It's now 31-8. 6:38 left to play in the third quarter.
Guerrero just decided he was going to take it himself on that one, just taking it, tucking it, and running over to that left corner as fast as he could. And that is the momentum that shows in this Eastview offense that was able to capitalize on that play, keep things going, and show, I mean, this team is called the Patriots after all. Signs of what they want to do within this game, make some possible history here. Just saying, a lot of things have happened on the Vype Media Network, and I mean, this is what we're here to see.
Absolutely, a lot of things have happened. Eastview used to coming from behind. They've had their backs against the wall quite a few times. So, still a lot of time left in this one, but the big thing right here is they haven't gotten that stop. The defense hasn't since the first drive of the game. So right now, you can tell Coach Robertson's big thing here is get the ball back and don't let them get any more first downs. And also, maybe watch out for an onside kick here. We haven't seen them attempt too many. Might see one here when they're down by this much. Georgetown doesn't appear to be expecting one, to be fair. You have a lot of people on the line, though, so maybe they are expecting one. Gonzalez kick this one away. Let's see what happens. And they do kick it deep. It's going to bounce at the 5. Picked up by Georgetown. Bouncing to the outside before being wrapped up, brought down out of bounds. Flag comes in, though. We'll check that. It was 81 on the return. It's Braden Bratton. Let's see here. This might be against Georgetown, but usually this is on the kicking team, so let's find out.
Return. Blocking it back. By the receiving team. Number 10. Get your penalty. Third down.
And it is against Georgetown, a legal block in the back. That is a 10-yard penalty. And this is where the worst starting field position, I think, for either team. For Georgetown will be at their own 13-yard line. So can Eastview take the momentum and use that, channel it to the defense, and try to get that stop? They need a stop here. They need to get the ball back as quick as they can because they got a lot of work left to do. 2 in the backfield with McDougal. 3 wide. They're going to fake the handoff. McDougal throws it to the flat. Ball is caught by Xavier Warren. And he's forced out of bounds at the 18-yard line, so another 5-yard gain. And he's 2nd down and 5.
And of course, I know I've mentioned numerous times that this game is a big-time matchup between these two teams, but can we just talk about how this is giving off like a college football rivalry? How many times have you heard the other student section yell, "You can't do that"?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we are getting some college football feels right here in Georgetown, Texas.
Yeah, absolutely. Big game right here, 2nd down and 5. Takes a snap. It's handoff Walker. Walker going up the middle. He's got the first down into the secondary. Ball is loose. Ball's on the turf, and it's still on the ground, and it's going to be still on the ground. Who has the football? Georgetown says they have it. And it looks like they do. They're already signaling that they have the football. Oh, my goodness. It's been longest time this season since Eastview has gotten a turnover, and that would have been a huge one right there. And so unfortunate as Walker was down around the 40-yard line. That ball bounced 10 yards. One of those just unlucky breaks for Eastview.
And for Georgetown, that was one of those, you ever seen those Windows error memes that said task failed successfully?
Pretty much.
That's exactly what that was for Georgetown.
Absolutely. Weston Stewart in the backfield, 4 wide. They send Stewart in motion. McDougal back to throw. He's under pressure, trying to find Stewart. He's going to throw that one away. Incomplete. Now 2nd down and 10.
Pass intended for Weston Stewart. Incomplete, brings up 2nd down and 10 from the 49-yard line.
So 2nd and 10 from the 49. Clock stops at 5:21 left to play here in the third quarter. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. Then they snap the play. 2 in the backfield with McDougal. And I think maybe that was a busted play there. That one is tipped at the line, almost intercepted by Joseph Buckler. And I think that was maybe a busted play because both his running backs ran away from him. And then he kind of stepped forward like he was going to hand the ball off and then had to quickly find out what he was going to do. And he just kind of threw it up in the air. Very fortunate that one wasn't turned over. So big third down right here. Walker back in at running back. He has gashed them many times on 3rd and long. Got to watch out for that screen pass as well. Very dynamic Georgetown offense. Big play right here. And timeout is taken by Eastview. Actually, Georgetown, excuse me, they're taking that timeout. 31-8. The Eagles lead the Patriots.
A-plus federal credit union members have a lot to share about living their
I'd give another shout out to Merle Bertrand, who's providing quality assurance for this one. Not very often I get Merle as my QA, but I do. He does a great job providing quality assurance this one, very on top of things. So thank you very much, Merle, and obviously for Dalton for being producing, doing the color commentary, doing all the hard work for me. So obviously another big shout out to them. So 3rd down and 10. Georgetown taking that timeout. Let me catch a little bit of a breather right here.
I mean, you got to after what had just transpired throughout those couple of games. For a 31-8 ball game, we have a lot of action that just happened within the past 2 minutes. This thing has completely turned around momentum-wise, and now Eastview just gained something from that.
Absolutely. So Georgetown will have 3 wide here. Now Walker in the backfield. Make that 4 wide. Sends a man in motion. Jiggle back to throw. Under pressure. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. He was under pressure as soon as he stepped back, and they brought the blitz and able to get to him. And for the first time since the opening possession of the game, Georgetown has to punt the ball away. That is huge right there. And a big break for Eastview. They almost got the ball back on a fumble recovery, but able to force the punt. Johnny Culpepper back to receive this one. Maybe a weird snap, almost blocked that kick. Not a very long kick, but it takes a great Georgetown roll, and it's going to keep on going to the 14-yard line. Eastview has a turnover in every game so far this season except for one, and that was last week against Cedar Park.
Eastview takes over, 1st and 10.
And this will be their worst starting field position at their own 14-yard line. But last time out, able to methodically move the ball down the field and able to get in the end zone. Still a lot of time left. You can probably use that same game plan to try to keep this ball moving. But once again, it starts with just a good play on 1st down, as well as just picking up that 1st down, just trying to keep things moving. It'll be 4 wide for Guerrero. He'll have Clater in the backfield. 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Hand off Clater. Clater goes up the middle, into the secondary. Clater past the 30. Big gain there by Javion Clater. They're going to say he's down to the 31-yard line. Eastview not wasting very much time. Back to the line. Very similar formation. No flag. I'm looking at a false start there. They did not. Clater with the handoff. It's going to rumble forward for a 3-yard gain to the 34.
On the carry, Gavin Smith with the tackle.
It's going to be 2nd down and 7. They still haven't moved the chains. Lonnie at least got a few yards there. Now they're moving the down marker. Second there, I thought maybe I had messed up, and it was 2nd down and 10. Guerrero with 3 wide. Looking to throw. Hits out to Clater on a screen. Clater rumbling forward. Past the 35. Let's see where they spot him at the 39-yard line. It's going to be 3rd down and 2. And with how this game is, I think most drives now are going to be 4-down territory for Eastview.
5 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 3.
So let's see what they do here. Might try to keep the ball on the ground. Never get to that 1st down. It's a handoff. Clater running into the pile. And that the judge on the near sideline is giving the 1st down. They're already moving the sticks. So it's a 1st down for the Patriots with Javon Clater on a 2-yard carry.
And a clutch 1st down at that.
Absolutely needed that. Blake Honeycutt now in at running back. Three wide. Takes a snap, and they're going to hand off to Honeycutt. Honeycutt rumbling forward. 2-yard gain. It's now 2nd down and 8. 3 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter.
Tackle made by Tennyson Dean. Gain of 2. 2nd and 8 for the Patriots.
Patriots getting the play from the sideline. It'll be 3 wide for Guerrero. Guerrero takes a snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw it, trying to find Blaylock, but just airmailed him there. He had him open on the near sideline, but just could not connect. 3rd down and 8. Now, if you're believing this is 4-down territory on every possession, it definitely opens up the playbook and what you can do on 3rd down. Because if you're believing it, you're going to go for it on 4th. Your goal here can really just be try to get positive yards here and try to make it more of a 4th and manageable or 4th and short kind of situation. Honeycutt in the backfield, 3 wide. Takes the handoff to Honeycutt, trying to find Blaylock. Blaylock has it on a screen, but really nowhere to go. Ball is loose. Ball came out. It was recovered by the Eagles.
Fumble on the play.
Disaster for the Patriots. That's their 2nd turnover of the evening. And after getting the big stop on defense, the offense can't seem to get that 1st down and can't keep moving the football. And it's another turnover. My goodness.
A very unfortunate one there for Eastview. You had the momentum going. You had a big 1st down earlier after being close to leaving it on the other side of the field for good field possession for Georgetown. Wanted to give a better field possession on a fumble, and now turning the clock back over to Georgetown to get the offense rolling.
Right now, 4 wide for McDougal, but I see Walker lining up as wide receiver. Usually he gets in the backfield. He's not going to this time, though. Trying to set up a screen. Ball is caught, and I think he's actually going to lose yards on that one. That was caught by Xavier Warren. His very high pass makes the catch. Loses a yard. No, there's maybe a couple yards, but loses a yard. Patriots need that turnover, and they need it badly right here. Eagles taking their time between plays. Clock is on their side right now. Walker in the backfield. 2nd down and 11. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Walker. Trying to set it up. Trying to find Warren. Ball falls incomplete. It's 3rd down and 11.
Falls incomplete.
Bit interesting that they're choosing to try to air it out here. They've had so much success on the ground. It's just a little surprising that late in the game they're trying to air it out with McDougal. Minute 41. I think we're about to see a timeout here at Georgetown. 3rd down and 11 coming up here for the Eagles.
Georgetown ISD would like to invite all high school students.
Like we mentioned earlier, they've had so much success with the run game throughout. I mean, you're late in the third quarter. You got a minute and 41 seconds left on the clock. You got a 31-8 ball game. You would think that you'd start running the ball a little bit, but instead they're going to try and go for the pass game, which is a different approach, but I mean, something to look out for and something that they're trying to succeed on and try and get a little momentum shift on.
Let's say Caleb McDougall's done a great job this season throwing the football, and he has plenty of touchdown passes. He only has 2 interceptions on the season. So not, weird for them to throw the football. It's just when you have this big of a lead, it's just a little surprising, but the success you've had, running the football.
Exactly. I mean, it's very surprising, very different to see within this kind of a ball game to try and go for the air game, but I mean, clearly Georgetown sees a story that they're wanting to go with, using that quarterback's arm for the purpose of trying to get some further field possession instead of running the time down. Maybe just get closer to the end zone rather than run that clock down.
Trying to keep things going, yeah. Cedar Park leads Glenn 31-7. And once again, it's going to be empty set. 5 wide for McDougall. Sends a man in motion. And we may be getting a false start here, or it's going to be a encroachment penalty. And it will be offsides. The first offsides are getting called on Eastview. Well, it was 3rd and 11, is now 3rd down and 6. So 3 wide, Walker in the backfield. They will not hand it off to Walker. Throw over the middle, and ball's going to fall incomplete. Well, now it's 4th down and 6. And this isn't that weird no man's land. You might just see Georgetown go for it. No, they're going to bring on the punt team and try to pin him deep. Well, second straight possession that Eastview has gotten the stop. I think we're waiting for the punter to come out there. And the punter was not ready. And the play clock's running down. It's Johnny Decker. Play clock's at 3. They just get the snap off, and Decker able to get this kick away. Let that one bounce, and it takes a phenomenal bounce. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What a bounce. Down at the 5-yard line. Maybe at the 6-yard line. Oh, my goodness.
6-yard line.
Johnny Decker was running in from the sideline, throwing his towel down. He got behind with 4 seconds on the play clock. He'll get the snap and lays down a perfect punt.
I mean, you're talking about when the adrenaline's rushing and you're in a rush, you just go out there and you just try and kick it as quick as you can. And sometimes luck's on your side and skill's on your side. And that's exactly what that punter just showed on that play.
Absolutely.
Being in a rush got him in some kind of groove.
Absolutely. So this is the worst starting field position at their own 6-yard line. Long way to go for Paydirt. They're going to hand off Clater. They're trying to get around the outside. Bounced off would-be tackler, brought down to the 10-yard line. Make that the 11, actually. So 5-yard gain there on first down. Give them a little bit of room.
Tackled by Tennyson Dean.
A ball at the 11, 2nd down and 5. Clater in the backfield, 3 wide. Guerrero takes a snap, looking to throw. Heads out to Clater on a screen pass. Clater gets the first down. He's down the sideline and pushed out at the 30. That's what the Patriots need. They needed to create a little bit of room. Like I say, it was out at the 29-yard line. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going. 3 wide once again. Guerrero back to throw. He's under pressure. Gets it out in the flat and immediately tackled after a 2-yard reception. It's Mikhail De Leon. They're going to give him actually a 3-yard gain there. We have a timeout, an official timeout. Very physical game. The coaches are pointing out that the clock is still running. Should be at least 30 seconds on the clock. When it's this game, every second counts. You put 30 seconds back on the clock. Second down and it's like 7 to me, but the scoreboard says 8. So we'll say it's 2nd and whatever. Clater gets the handoff, going around the outside. He's got the first down at the 41-yard line. Clock will stop just for a second while they move the chains. See if they can get one more snap off before this third quarter ends. Takes the handoff to Clater, trying to find a hill in the flat, and just misses him there. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 with 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Ball at their own 40. I think our crowd mic is right by the bags. And here, it's like a trumpet player. And he is doing like some little jazz runs there. Good for him.
Definitely indeed.
So, handoff Clater. Clater's got some room to run. Clater at the 50. Bounce off would-be tackler. Brought down at the Eagle 45-yard line, and that should be the last play of the third quarter. The Patriots got on the board, but they still got a lot of work left to be done. Let's see if they can keep things moving here. We're going to start the fourth quarter after one more break, listening to Eastview Football on the Vype Media Network. Start of the fourth quarter here at Birkelbach Field. The Patriots trail the Eagles 31-8. And they've got some momentum on their side right now. Just picked up a first down on a Javion Clater run.
Thought you were going to say there was momentum because we just saw Will Smith on the screen. That just got them
I
going.
mean, it does get them going, to be fair. That field they play for fourth quarter usually gets the crowd going.
And Will Ferrell, excuse me, I said Will Smith. Will Ferrell, you know who I meant.
Yeah, I know you meant. Will Ferrell.
Guys.
Yeah. Honeycutt in the backfield, 2 wide. They're going to hand off Honeycutt. Honeycutt's trying to turn upfield. He's got nowhere to go with it, though. He's going to lose just a couple yards on that one.
Blake Honeycutt on the carry.
He's 2nd down and 12.
Tackle made by Tyler Lineberg.
So 2nd down and 11 from the Eagle 46-yard line. It's only a 1-yard loss on that one. Honeycutt's still in at running back. Clock's running. They play clocks at 10, by the way, and they've yet to get set. Now they do. It's going to be 3 wide. Guerrero with the snap. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw to the sideline, and the ball is going to be Caught by Caleb Hill at the 35. Not quite enough for a first down, but a big play there on third down. And he's able to get out of bounds too. Actually, no, they're going to say it was just enough for the first. So a 10-yard or 11-yard gain there on second down. Takes the snap, handoff Honeycutt. Honeycutt's going to run right into the offensive line and lose another yard on that one.
Honeycutt on the carry.
11 minutes left to play here in the ball game. Now we get Cleater back in at running back, second down and 11. Guerrero with 4 wide, trying to get him to jump. Guerrero back to throw. He's under pressure. He's running towards the sideline and is going to be run out of bounds. Flag comes in. That may be a late hit on that one. As Guerrero was just running towards the sideline. Never got rid of the football. It's looking like this is going to be against Georgetown. It would be a big penalty, be an automatic first down.
Personal foul. First caller. Defense. 15 yards from shooting spot.
A horse collar tackle. And that sets up the Patriots at the Eagle 21-yard line. 10:22 left to play in the ball game. So they can keep things moving here. Clock does stop with 10:22 left to play. Guerrero takes the snap. He's going to hand off Claytor. Claytor follows his blockers. Moves the pile forward past the 15 to the 13-yard line. So a big gain there on first down.
Tackle made by Tennessee Dean.
10 minutes left to play. Almost got him the jump right there. It's second down, and it looks like 2 or 3. Claytor in the backfield. Guerrero takes the snap, looking to throw. He's going to throw into the flat. Ball is dropped. Not sure it was dropped, and they say just never quite got to Caleb Hill. I'm not sure how far he would have gotten with the ball anyways. It's going to be third down. Scoreboard says fourth. It's a third down.
You mentioned that mic is close to the band. I can hear them doing that hey band stuff right now.
I can hear that too, yeah.
Never understood that trend.
I don't see either, but I was never in the band. It's probably fun if you're in the band, so more power to him. Third down, handoff Claytor, going up the middle, runs into the line. They're going to say forward progress was stopped after he got the first down to the 10, so it's going to be first and goal for the Patriots. At least it should be first and goal. There we go. Now the chain gain is moved. And this drive started at their own 5-yard line. Trying to pay it off here. Guerrero with the snap. Throws it to Claytor in the flat, and it's going to fall incomplete. A screen pass, maybe very fortunate that one just felt incomplete because Claytor was about to get blown up in the backfield. 9 minutes, 6 seconds left to play. Patriots trying to make it, at the very least, a 16-point ball game. Still a lot of work left to be done, though. Guerrero takes a snap, looking to throw. He's going to tuck it in and run. He goes up the middle at the 5. Bounce off would-be tackler and tries to move forward. They're trying to give him an extra yard. The judge on the near sideline is giving him the 4. The far sideline is giving him the 5. But Guerrero using those legs. It's going to be third and goal from the 5-yard line. we're going to have two in the backfield. Looks like Tyson Ishawoko and Clater. Takes a snap, looking to throw. Guerrero's going to tuck it in and run, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. A big loss there. It's a 3-yard loss. Makes it 4th and goal. And what is most likely going to be a go-for-it scenario. So field goal doesn't really do you much good here. So it's 4th and goal. They're going to say that they're at their, looks like at the 8-yard line. Big play right here. They have to get in the end zone. It is end zone or bust. Guerrero looking to throw. He's got plenty of time. He's going to tuck in and run. Throws to the end zone. It's going to fall incomplete. They have Blaylock in the end zone. I don't think he was expecting him to throw the football. It's a turnover on downs. Oh my goodness. Blaylock was there in the back of the end zone. And I don't think he was expecting the ball to be thrown at him. He had to kind of quickly react, and it was just a little bit out of reach. Not sure if Guerrero could have run it in anyways. Probably his best bet right there was to take the throw. So turnover on downs, and the Eagles are going to take over at their own 8-yard line.
Scan the code to reserve your tickets. Register a cook team or sponsor the event.
Lining up under center is McDougal. They're going to hand off up the middle. It's Walker. Walker into the secondary. He's going to be brought down from behind. Not before a huge gain to the 35-yard line.
Tackle made by Sam Arnett.
Already starting to see some fans head for the exit here. Rough go tonight for the Patriots. They played much better in the second half than they have in the first. Just had a few breaks just not quite go their way. That's just the big difference in what could be in the ball game. Lining up under center again is McDougal. They're going to hand off up the middle. Trying to bounce to the outside. It's the running back, and that is Zachariah Guyton. Flag comes in late. This might be against Eastview, but let's check the flag here. Oh. Well, it's actually on Georgetown. He just said personal foul. I don't think he said what it was for, though. Maybe a little extracurricular after the play was over. I'm not so sure. These kind of games, big rivalry games, sometimes it's difficult to keep your emotions in check.
Definitely one of these games, I would agree, is one of those where the emotions definitely get high, and you know that it's going to get really high whenever you're trying to get those last few seconds ran down to guarantee this win. So the emotions are up there, the adrenaline is up there, and sometimes it gets the best of you, and that's what we just saw in that play.
Absolutely. Lining up under center again, very similar formation this time. Georgetown, Eastview is going to bring some heat after this one. It's a handoff. Guyton trying to bounce to the outside, and he does. Stays on his feet and brought down after a 6-yard gain to the Georgetown, call it the 36-yard line.
On the carry. Tackle by number 0, Tyson Ashiroku.
Clock continues to run. 2nd down and 8. Very similar formation again. Guyton in the backfield. They will hand off to Guyton. Guyton follows his blockers. Bounced off would-be tackler. He's got the 1st down. And just another gash by this Georgetown offense. The Eagles just keep running all over the Patriots. Patriots just don't have an answer right now. Getting another substitution in here. Morty Sapunmu stepping in, trying to get the player off the field. Under center again. Basically the same play as Walker. Trips going to the line, but still able to get 5 yards. Maybe 4 yards, but still just keeps it moving.
Walker on the carry.
Georgetown taking their time in between plays.
2nd and 6.
So 2nd down and 6, ball right at midfield. Looks like Walker in the backfield. It's another handoff to Walker. And he's going to rumble forward for a couple yards. So it's going to bring up 3rd down. Into opponent's territory.
Jet Walker on the carry. Tackle by 0. Tyson
So 3rd down. The scoreboard says 3. It looks more like a long 3, maybe a 4. Once again, McDougal under center. It's like Guyton in the backfield. Hand off. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Forward progress says he's back at midfield. Robertson will let this clock keep on running. He has all 3 timeouts. It is 4th down. The Patriots can just sit on the ball as long as they want. They can bring this clock down pretty much to 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Before they punt this one away. Not sure if they will punt this one away. 4th down and 6. McDougal trying to get him the jump. Almost got him there. And play clock hits 0. And it looks like the delay of game back this one up a little bit.
And while we mentioned Georgetown real quick and how tough of a matchup this was for Eastview, we wanted to say this team had a really great season. Against a tough opponent is where they found their downfall for their 2nd loss. And Georgetown has been a playoff contending team for many years, for the past 10 years. So, I mean, this is a team that knows how to play the game, knows how to win many.
It was a very tough contest. They have won 5 in a row. So put that into perspective. And they're still in a spot where no one expected them to be in. Robertson said he wanted to have them playing in December, playing in January. And, you know, one of these things you talk about, you know, with kind of any, like, sport is you change your mindset of what you're capable of doing and what you're supposed to be doing. And one of those things, just as an example, was talking to, like, a scratch golfer. Was, you know, like, what was the mentality? One of the things was it was no longer, I'm going to make a par here. It was expecting to make a birdie. It was expecting to do great things. And for Eastview, I think one of the mindset changes is, you know, expect them to do great things, expect to do good. You know, last season, Robertson mentioned they were a couple points away from making the playoffs. They were a 5-5 team, and they lost 3 of those games by 1 score, and that was including to Cedar Park, which only lost by 2. Flag comes down this one. So, you know, you change your mindset of what it can do. It's not just make the playoffs, it's, you know, win. It's keep going and, you know, win district, do those other things.
Defense.
Another personal foul on Georgetown. So that's, just mentality changes. And I keep saying, no one really expected, Eastview to be where they are right now. 5-1, most likely they're going to fall to 5-2, then 3-1 in the district. Still firmly, with a shot at making the playoffs if they can keep moving. They play clean Chaparral next week, so I think that game will also be on Vype Media. So you can look up that they're playing Chaparral. Another district game, but they have 3 more games after this: Chaparral, Rouse, and Leander. So there's still a lot left. They could still keep going. Let the clock run out to the 2-minute timeout. And they could still make the playoffs. You win out, you're 8-2 overall. And, Georgetown, they already had that one loss to Belton, a team that Eastview did beat. And they beat kind of handily, too. They had 4 turnovers, and including a block punt return for a touchdown. So there's still, plenty of time, and there's still a lot of football left to be played. But for Robertson, his first year, to get Eastview where they are right now is huge. They ended last year with 5 wins. They went into the last game of the season with only 5 wins. So having where they are is truly spectacular. So definitely hats off to them. And like you said, Dalton, this is just a tough Georgetown team. And they just ran into that wall. But if you could say a high point here, they gave up 24 answered points in the first quarter. They gave an opening touchdown, and they've been scoreless since. They've left Georgetown scoreless since. So that says something there about what changed. The offense this time was just unable to keep those sustained drives going like we've seen them do all season. We've seen Royal be able to stay on his feet, keep drives moving. This Georgetown defense is just swarming to the ball.
I'm actually starting that off with the mentality of a scratch golfer, like we were just talking about golf a second ago during the break.
It's the sport I know the best, to be fair, because I play that sport. But just one of the things I've talked about is being an athlete in any sport, you should change your mindset of when you're getting good at what is good to you. And for most people, it's like, oh, I can make bogey here, I can make par here, and for really good golfers, is I can make birdie. And this expectation is when you get to those holes that you're supposed to birdie is I'm going to birdie this hole, and that's what you think here. And, for good football teams, like, I don't know, for example, let's say like Alabama or something, when you play those smaller schools, you play those other schools, the expectation is I'm going to win. When you get to the bigger games, the expectation is always we're going to win this game. And it's just by how much. And it's not make the playoffs, it's win it all. It's get to state, it's win district, it's all that. So like that's the expectation that you're trying to set for them is like, hey, look, you can be great, you can be spectacular, but your level of like what you think is great, raise that because you can do that. And that's what Robertson kind of wants to do. Handoff going up the middle. It is to Landon Wallace. They haven't called too many times. And that will probably be the last snap of the game. And both teams are already heading towards the sideline, and that will do it. Well, Eastview had some chances, but Georgetown stands tall in this one. They scored 24 points in the first quarter. They scored 7 in the first half. They scored 7 in the second. Eastview outscored in the second half by 8 points, so nice victory there. Defense definitely did look better in the second. Offense this time, they just ran into a wall. And had a few turnovers not go their way, and a few fumbles, so just a tough football team in Georgetown. They'll improve to 4-0 in district. Eastview will fall to 3-1. They are now 5-2 overall. They'll be back next week against Killeen Chaparral. That game will be, I believe, at Chaparral in Killeen. So a bit of a try for us all. But we'll have that game for you on Vype Media, as well as for the rest of the season and any potential playoff victories. I think the Patriots are still setting themselves up pretty good at making the playoffs. Well, Dalton, I think that'll do it from us here. ECU loses to Georgetown 31-8. I'd like to thank Dalton once again for producing, color commentary, running the camera, and doing all the hard work. Like I say, it's not an easy job. I've had to do it before. It's really not easy. So hats off to him. For Merle Bertrand providing quality assurance. Our technical director, Suna Venkat. And I always give another shout out to Merle anyways that every broadcast they ever do, but I've already given him one. So I'll just say again, another shout out to Merle over there at Vype Media for doing all the work that he does so tremendously. And obviously, thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys have a safe night. Take care.